I've had some issues over the course of the last few years. I've had an artificial heart valve put in. My aortic valve was bad. About 7 years ago, I had to have that replaced. Found out on routine exam that I also then, 4 years ago, developed an aneurysm right above the aortic arch. And so my doctor at that time said, we need to send you down to Mayo and have that repaired. So I went down to Rochester and had open heart surgery. And I thought it was just a cramp, but it wasn't. It was actually a blood clot that had been thrown off from some bacteria on my heart, and the endocarditis had caused this, and developed a clot in my left leg, lower left leg. And it didn't go away. It was extremely painful, and Dr. Charette advised me that it's kind of the same thing. That he said, in terms of when a woman goes into labor, he said that pain in your leg is the same thing they feel pretty much throughout their whole body and their back when they're having labor pains. So I knew what that was like, and I felt sympathy for my wife. And he said to me in the backyard, because we are neighbors, he came into my backyard one night and he said, let's schedule an appointment. So come in and see me and schedule it with my nurse. So I did, and he did some tests and said that the blood clot is something we probably need to take out given your condition. We don't want any part of it to be infected or to cause any more infection around your heart. But also, because you've been to Rochester, I'm going to consult with them and make sure that they would agree with the cardiologist that did my open heart surgery. And he pretty much took care of everything from there. His consult, I know, with my cardiologist, or the cardiologist that had done my aneurysm work in Rochester, made me feel all the more comfortable in terms of what he was going to be doing, and my total care in terms of recuperative ability and the ability to be active again. And Dr. Charette just kind of did away with any concerns that I did have. He said, don't worry, it will be fine. I was fine with it. About 6 months, I'm back exercising on the treadmill at the fitness center. And the elliptical machines, I can swim. I have no restrictions in terms of anything with my leg, and feel very comfortable with the ability to be able to do the kinds of things that, as I get older, I find myself doing slower, but still doing. Dr. Charette, in our personal relationship, like we're neighbors. His wife, by the way, is a phenomenal baker. She makes the best cheesecake in the world. And their family, their 2 girls, are friends of ours. In fact, I teach guitar to the youngest one. We are good friends. It made my feeling that he's going to take care of me that much easier, that much better. I didn't have a problem going down to Rochester. I'd never been there before. I'd never been to Mayo before. But when I knew I could stay here and have a level of care that would be second to really none after the consult at Dr. Charette, and I knew his level of abilities was top-notch, I had no concerns. The nursing staff was fabulous. They were there all the time, took care of everything that I needed. I can't say enough about how nice and how friendly and how attentive they were to my needs. I think Altru does a pretty darn good job of making sure that there is the technology, the physicians, the level of care to take care of this community and this region. I know this hospital, this clinic, is here for me.